4th of July, Independence Day. You no doubt realize that July 4th is a federal or national holiday in the United States. But do you know why Americans celebrate this day? To understand why, we need to take a look at American history, back to the time before the United States was a sovereign, independent nation. The American colonies were in large part founded by settlers from England, and as such, they were subject to the British Crown. The relationship between the American colonies and Great Britain was, for the most part, a friendly, if not harmonious, relationship. But as time wore on, the colonists believed the relationship was becoming too one-sided as the Crown demanded more and more from them, imposing more responsibilities upon the colonists while simultaneously abridging their rights. Tensions grew as colonists became increasingly disgruntled over their treatment by the British, and the situation deteriorated to such an extent that open conflict erupted in April 1775 when shots were fired at the battles of Lexington and Concord, marking the start of the American Revolution. Even so, the colonists did not seek separation immediately. Many were still loyal to the Crown. But eventually it became obvious that separation was inevitable. The Second Continental Congress, the political representatives of the colonies, initiated proceedings for formal separation by drawing up a Declaration of Independence. Thomas Jefferson, delegate from Virginia, wrote the draft, but the final version was edited by Congress. The Declaration was passed on July 2nd with no opposing votes, but July 4th is actually the day that came to be celebrated as Independence Day, since that is the day the Declaration was finalized and officially approved. The document was signed by 56 delegates from the 13 colonies, but the signature that stands out the most is that of the President of the Continental Congress, John Hancock. Supposedly, Hancock remarked, "The British ministry can read that without spectacles." A slightly different account has Hancock saying, "There, I guess King George will be able to read that." Either way, the prominence of Hancock's signature led to its use in the idiom to put one's John Hancock on something. In other words, to sign a document. The Declaration was a formal notification to the British Crown of the colonists' intent to separate. It explained why the colonists wanted out of their union with Britain, noting the causes which impelled them to the separation. The text of the Declaration itself describes the philosophical basis upon which the colonists asserted their natural and legal rights, followed by a list of grievances against the king, including taxation without representation. One important consequence of this formal separation is that it allowed the U.S. to be legally recognized by European powers, which was highly beneficial in securing financial and military assistance for the newly formed nation. The signers of the Declaration were aware of the implications of their action and the importance of presenting to the world a unified front. Should their cause fail, it meant they would be charged with treason, resulting in a trip to the gallows. Upon signing the Declaration of Independence, Hancock is said to have commented, "Congress must now all hang together." To which Franklin replied, "Yes, we must indeed all hang together, or most assuredly we shall all hang separately." Fortunately for them and for us, they were successful in their cause, and now over 200 years later, their experiment of a democratic republic, imperfect though it may be, still stands as a beacon of hope and freedom for all those who wish to live in liberty, free from the yoke of tyranny.